Hey everybody, day 2, Shanghai 6, frontwardsgamer.com. We're here at the we're here at the Bethesda booth, and we just got done doing a hands-on demo of Dishonored. So get this, Bioshock meets Assassin's Creed meets Hitman, but who am I talking with today?
My name is Seth Shain. I'm a systems designer on Dishonored.
Now Seth had a very interesting analogy. What game did you get your thoughts on this from?
Well, I was just saying that someone earlier had compared us to Thief, and I took that as a compliment.
That's absolutely a compliment. It was a fabulous game back in the day from IDOS. It's all stealth, sneaking around. And as you were saying, well, let's hear the story. What's the character's name again?
So you play Corvo Atano. He's the royal bodyguard for the Empress, and she's assassinated early in the game, and you are framed for her murder. And so you're sentenced to death, and you escape, and then the goal of the game is to take the power back from the usurpers who actually murdered her.
Okay, so there was an assassination attempt. People have come to power, and you're there to get them out of power, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you're framed, and it's about you've been dishonored because they framed you like you're the bodyguard. You're supposed to protect her, and they think that you killed her. And so it's about proving that you were wronged, and that other people were dubious and guilty.
What's with all the superpowers?
Okay, so we created a whole new world for this game. It's an original IP. It takes place in its own world. The city is called Dunwall. It's during an alternate industrial revolution. Everything's powered by whale oil, and there's these charms in the world and runes that are made out of whale bone. And there's this mysterious figure called the Outsider, and so there's like a layer of magic to the world that is sort of like subdued by another religious militant organization that they always try to suppress. And but the Outsider visits you in a dream and gives you the mark of the Outsider. We have these great tattoos.
Oh, the hand that's glowing.
Right. And he imbues you with some magic ability to do things like blink or summon rats or stop time, stuff like that.
Well, the powers work. What have you done to kind of make sure that players don't become too powerful? Because there's a rune system where you can level up these powers, and it seems like, I was having a great time blasting across the rooftops and things like that, but it almost seems like later on you're going to get a little too powerful. What have you done to control that?
Not much.
Okay, all right. I did like the fact that the guy next to me was gunning through it while I was running around the rooftops being stealthy. Is there like a number of different ways you can do each mission, or how exactly are you doing this?
Well, and when I said not much, what I meant was we let the player be powerful rather than nerf the player. We just made the enemies more dangerous. So the game is highly lethal, and you will die if you're not taking it seriously.
I did get whacked pretty quick. So
now to your question about playing the levels multiple ways, yeah, we absolutely build our levels and very non-linearly. Every level is very handcrafted, like it's mission-based mission structure. So you go into a level, it is a contained environment, but within the environment, there are multiple paths through, and you can use your powers to find paths that wouldn't be open depending on what powers you've upgraded. And you can sneak, and you can possess guards and walk through checkpoints that you wouldn't have been able to otherwise get through. So the missions are very open-ended in how you want to approach them, and you can approach them multiple ways.
Some of the powers, they're crazy. The idea that you can summon rats, and then after the rats are done killing a guard, you can possess one of the rats, and run through a checkpoint and come out on the other side, or during the demo, in order to infiltrate into this brothel, the Golden Cat, you possess a fish, then swim through the sewer to get. How are players directed to figure that kind of stuff out?
Really, it's up to the player's imagination. I'm not really sure, if you want to count how many ways there are through the levels, you're going to have to first define, what counts as a way. Because, you could walk through a door, with a brutal combat, just killing everyone that confronts you, or you could possess a guard and walk through and no one knows the difference. Does that count as one way or two? And then, aside from that, we have there's a lot of verticality in our levels. You can go through windows, you can go over the roof, you can go in a back door, you can go under through a sewer, you can possess a dog or a rat or a fish. So I would say it's really up to your imagination.
Another wonderful thing I love is the idea that you can, one, go through the entire level without killing anybody, and just hit your assassination target. But one of the things that you guys are bragging about is the fact that you can go through the entire game and not kill anyone. Is that correct?
Yeah, there's a no-kill playthrough that's supported. It's probably the hardest way to play the game. Absolutely. And because pretty much when you get into combat with guys, when they find you, you can definitely escape. You know, you have the power to escape. A lot of people don't. They like to just fight it out, but you can stop time, you can blink away, you can possess one of them, walk away, ditch them, and run away. So even if you get discovered, there is a non-lethal way out of every confrontation. That being said, you have assassination targets. How do you deal with that non-lethally? If you are very patient, you eavesdrop, you explore, you read everything you find, you will find alternate ways supported through either other quest NPCs or environmental opportunities to dispose of targets non-lethally.
So okay, on top of all that, all right, I gotta ask, it's a single-player game.
Right, single player.
Any co-op craziness or multiplayer? This doesn't seem like very privy to that.
There's no multiplayer. Yeah.
All right, good job. That's
We wanted to focus on a very finely crafted single-player experience.
outstanding. I know it's every developer's like, all right, we got to shoehorn in some multiplayer somewhere.
I've been there.
Okay. Oh, on branching pathways and different endings. You said there's a different ending if you're an asshole and kill all the civilians and things like that. How does that work? Like, how many do we have? A lot of different endings, or just good guy, bad guy kind of an ending?
There's a couple different endings, and I think one of them has multiple degrees of how bad it goes. But yeah, definitely, if you are brutal and you murder everybody, you will get a darker ending. And if you are if you have discretion, exercise judgment, and try not to kill that many people, you'll get a brighter, happier ending.
All right, when's this coming out?
October 9 in United States.
Hot damn, that's awesome. Great news. Seth, certainly appreciate it. Have a great show. Shanghai 6 out.